The American Panzerjäger. Basically, the same idea as the Charioteer, and the same idea as that Swedish... Not the Swedish, the Czechoslovakian tank destroyer, the TVP, the S something or other. Let me think, it's the SHPTK TVP 100. And the Vindicator. Basically, that's what this tank is one of those, except better. It is a Chaffee at tier 8 with an incredible, I believe it's a 90mm gun. And this 90mm gun, I was looking at it, I was thinking to myself, it can't possibly be that good, right? It's got, you know, 280 alpha damage, 262 penetration. Is that pretty good? That's insane. I was not expecting it because you have the Czechoslovakian version, which has 270 standard pen and incredible gun handling, 330 premium pen, but it's only 250 alpha damage, and it's also bigger and it's slower and it has a little bit less camouflage and less gun depression. This tank has a very derpy gun. When you move the gun, the bloom gets huge, and so I was not expecting it to be as good as it is. It is literally a Hellcat or a T-67 at tier 8, and that's what makes it so stinking good. Holy moly. In the DPM, I mean, we're sitting at a 4.6 seconds reload right now. Now I've activated my food, and my reload is 4.5 seconds. Now, the TVP has a 4.4 seconds without food activated, and you have the insane HE shells with 100mm penetration, 420 alpha damage. Your DPM cooks in that thing. But this DPM is pretty good, too. And, I don't know, something about this tank. This tank is so disgustingly good. And just to put it, just to show you, I have a screenshot here. Let's see, here it is. Here it is, where I have played only 27 games, yes, but I'm averaging 3,571 damage a game in this. I'm averaging more damage in this than many of my tier 10s. And this is a tier 8. It just cooks damage. And that's because of its sneaky playstyle. This is my favorite playstyle in the game, is the sneaky tank destroyer. Specifically with small guns. Something about small guns just makes me happy. And that's because you have to use more of your brain. When you're using more of your brain, you're paying more attention to the map. You're paying more attention to how the game's progressing, and you're clutching more games. When you're doing that in, let's say, like a Tehran, or you're playing the sneaky playstyle like the Tehran, it's kind of just boring, and you don't need skill to do anything in the Tehran. And so any damage you ever do in the Tehran, any max damage, the most damage I've ever done in the game is in the Tehran, it doesn't actually count, because you didn't actually have to use your brain, you didn't have to think, you didn't have to have skill. None of that. But when you're in a small gun like this, you have to use your brain, and it's really nice. And there's an extra added element to camouflage, and that is understanding how bushes work, understanding how view range works, understanding how your camouflage works, understanding what parts of your tank can get spotted and can't get spotted, understanding how bushes work and trees work, and the 10-meter rule, and all of that. If you can understand all those things, you can fire safely without getting spotted, even when you're in the open, so long as you wait for a tree to pass between you and your adversary. There's just so much going on in my brain when I'm playing this tank, or any tank like this, like the Charioteer, or even the Scorpion G, which you will not need to really worry about in the Tehran, because you can just shoot and scoot. Shoot, get spotted, and run away. Shoot, get spotted, and run away. That's all you ever have to do. But anyway, our heat pen is 320mm, making this VK light work. 320mm of heat pen. Our HE, however, is nothing compared to the TVP. We only have 45mm penetration, and our alpha is only 370. And I think that's only going to come into play later when we pull it out live, where we actually use the HE a little bit, and it's against the Borsig, so who cares? But now there's a Charioteer over here, and this is where, if I was in the TVP, I would load up my HEP shells, my HE shells, and I would kill him in just 3 shots. Now I don't need to, because somebody else has shot him, and someone else has shot him again, so we only need to shoot him once. But look at that, we're up to 4,200 damage. The mobility, the gun depression, the camouflage, the rate of fire, all of it just comes into just insane play on this tank. It's something that the TVP just doesn't compare to. And we'll have a video on the TVP, I think, probably tomorrow, just because I want to show it off, just so you can have the comparison. But we've already had a Manticore video today, which, again, a very similar playstyle. It just lacks the DPM. And tier for tier lacks the camouflage. Actually, very much lacks the camouflage. This thing's standing still camouflage. I've got down to 212. 2 stinking 12, which is so much better than the Manticore, the poor Manticore crying at like 238 or 241, whatever it is. Is this guy go AFK? I think he did, so we may as well farm him a little bit here. Why not? And then we'll go after Artie. But we're about to hit 5,000 damage. Aim for his tracks. Misses tracks. Would love to get that assist damage when somebody eventually shoots him. We do get the assist damage because we're spotting him. 5,200 damage done now. And what is this? He's on my left. I thought he was going to be on my right. He was not. I'm going to put 1 shell in him. We're going to be able to probably kill him here, no problem. 2 shells in him. He's going to shoot us again, so long as he doesn't set us on fire, which he doesn't. But it looks like Jagdpanther 2 is going to finish him off instead. So no 6,000 damage unless I can get to this artillery who just shotgunned the RH, or Rampanzer, M48 Rampanzer. We'll load up the HE, and I didn't know that the HE was so bad on this tank at the time. It's only 45. I should have kept standard loaded, thinking hindsight. 45 millimeters of penetration is weak. Very weak, but it is a 90. It's a 90 millimeter gun, and so your HE pen is going to be half of your caliber, unless you're firing HEP or HESH, which is going to be the same as your caliber, unless it's premium, in which case it should be double. But he misses us, so now we're going to put some shells in, but I didn't realize he had a tank he was hiding behind. So we splash him once. Can we splash him this time? A bad shot there. Jagdpanther 2 finishes him off, but we do splash him just enough to scratch past 6,000 damage in a very rapid game. Not a 4-minute game, I don't think. Not like we've seen where we've had absolutely crazy games like in the Chieftain yesterday or the FE2 and 5B 2 days ago. But 2,300 base experience points because a lot of it was close range using bushes and slapping people that way. I would imagine that is going to be an ace tanker, CloneGuy, so long as you progress the post-game results instead of staring at your tank. There you go. We made some money because it's a premium tank, didn't have to shoot premium rounds, and of course it is, in fact, an ace tanker. Next, we're on Hidden Village, and we're going to do, hopefully, a bit of redemption from our last video, trying to clutch a game. Hidden Village is another one that I enjoy clutching on, I think because... specifically in sneaky tanks, and it's because there is a divide between the two sides of the map. You're either fighting in the town or you're fighting in the pass on the left, and then there's this awkward bit here which you have to pass in order to get from one side to the other. That guy, okay. This is a bit of bad driving by both of us, I think. To go from one side to the other, and so that allows a lot of open range for me to move around and spot people. What is with these people and blocking me? I don't understand. Ramming into me. This time I wasn't moving. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault at all. I think, did he just shoot me? I don't know. But we start by sitting here in this bush trying to find some shots, but the shots are far and few between. I'm not paying attention now. And we snapped that one. I believe you do get APCR. Let me check. I have it open. I believe you get APCR as your standard rounds. You do, and it travels at 1,275 meters a second. If you shoot your heat, it's 950, and then your HE, it drops down to 750. Horrible, horrible HE shells on this. Meanwhile, if I go to the TVP, oof. The TVP has 897 meters shell velocity on its AP, 795 on its heat, and 900 on its HEP. Its HEP actually shoots quicker than any other shell it has. Wow, very interesting bit of trivia there. I had no idea the HE travels fastest. But here's a Hellcat here. We're going to put 1 shell in him. Can we put another one in? We've got quite a fast reload. Is it going to be fast enough? Oh, he gets tracked anyway. He's dead. Out of the game. 744 damage done. 2 kills. We're in contention for a Rezai's Heroes medal. But here are some bad shots. Try to go for his engine, but his engine was blocked by a rail. And so we do not hit him. But we're going to try again here. No, it looks like we hit the gun, maybe, of that Hellcat. We didn't. We hit the rail again. We hit the same place twice. Can we shoot him this time? Yes, we can. We put it in, and he goes down. 1,000 damage. We're still in contention for a Rezai's Heroes medal. So long as my team doesn't get another kill, we can get 14 kills this game, which would be absolutely crazy. I'm just kidding. Who am I kidding? We're not going to get 14 kills. And that is not a spoiler or anything, but it is 7-12 right now. My team is being crushed, and we're down 18% health. This is going to be a tough one to bring back. We've got to get into this fight. We've got to kill whoever's on base. My G-Sor has already got the right idea. He's going after the light tank. There's a Tiger 217 on my right. I'm going to try to fire through this wall at him. Nope, there's more stuff in the way. In fact, there's a big old rock in the way. G-Sor finishes off the light tank, picking up a kill. Yeah, no more Rezai's Heroes medal, that's for sure. as my team has picked up 2 since I last stated. There's a heavy tank. Nice shot into the side. And again, look at this. I find myself moving around so much in this tank. Bounce off his butt as he gets into cover. That my gun bloom is huge. Horrible shot there. Aiming up a little bit better. Come on, gun. Not that accurate. That time it flies through. Hits him. Can we hit him again? We changed our mind. We decided to go after the scarier tank. Now we're going to go back after the Arty. No, the Arty gets away. Can we find another shot into the SU? Doesn't look like it. He's probably going to kill the TVP. He does. TVP is dead. Can I put a shell in here? Knock him down to a 1 shot? No, we hit the dead tank. What's with me and shooting dead tanks? Shoot the living ones. It is now 3-7, but we are only down 10% health at this point. And I assume that SU is going to be behind cover for now. And I was like, you know what? I need to open this side of the map. As far as I'm aware, he's the only one over here. If I can kill him, then technically, even though there's just 3 of us, we will have map control. And so I'm just going to go in and I'm going to kill him. I'm going to tank the hit because my camouflage to me is worth more than my hit points. And so I don't mind having 1 hit point so long as I have a gun and camouflage. He puts a shell into us, 1 high roll. Yes, we get it. We finish him off. 280 alpha on this gun. We're up to 2,400 damage and 3 kills. And now the enemy team is now up by 3 tanks. They double us in... well, they almost triple us in health and double us in tanks. So that's pretty scary. We have 11% health left. They have 28. There's their Panzerjäger. He's the scary one. Absolutely terrifying. We put 1 shell into him. We need 2 more to kill him. Our G-Sword is going after him. Can we put another shell in? We can't. No, we can't. We missed that shell. Goes into something again, but the G-Sword finishes him off. Here comes a defender. Side shot. Puts it into his tracks. He is ammo racked. Can we put another shell in? We put it into his tracks instead. Not a great shot, but it's going to allow us a free shot into his lower plate. Yes, we can. He's down to 400 health. He has two shots for us. Can we put another one to his lower plate? No, we can't. He angles. How about right here? Come on, come on. Fly true. We can. We don't get spotted. He is now a 1 shot. And we're going to hunt him down as our team has 6% health left. And they still have 17. They still triple our health. Can we kill him here? No, we can't. We missed the shot. He's going to try to put one to us. He hits us in the tracks. We're lucky there. And we're going to go around him. First, we're going to kill off the ISM as he was aiming. Don't need to take a hit from him. And now this guy probably doesn't stand a chance. He should still be reloading because of his ammo rack. And I'm just now realizing that. It's like, you know what? I've still got time. Let's try to put a shell in. Aim it up at his lower plate. Boom. He goes down. We were willing to snap that off because if we didn't fire right then and there, he was going to fire anyway. So we're going to take the hit. And we're going to beat his reload. So we weren't afraid of that. The AT-15 is coming toward us, which I wasn't expecting because the Kanonen is behind him. And he's still just driving toward us. He puts a shell into us, into our fuel tank. We put one into his cupola. No, we miss him. And I'm like, nope. Fuel tank hit. Not worth taking another shell there. Let's get out of here. And hopefully my Kanonen finish him off. Oh, snap. I'm not looking. That blind shot was close. Oh, there we go. We get down. Can we finish him here? No, we can't. 1 more standard shell left before we have to resort to heat. Probably should have loaded it by now, as that is an AT-15, and we're struggling a little bit there with 2 of our shots not quite going where we wanted them to go. Heat would have finished him off by now, but we know what? We're just going to get some distance here. The Calliope has shots on us. The AT-15A is somewhere as well, so we definitely want to try our best to kind of gain some distance, as the AT-15 also knows where we are. So let's just get out of there and see if we can re-engage from a different angle. There's the AT-15. Last AP shell, we put it in, 255. He notices where we are, and he's going to turn toward us. We have fixed our fuel tank, so I'm not afraid of taking a hit from him, as he shouldn't set us on fire. The Kanonen Jagdpanzer does finish off the AT-15A, which is very, very helpful. But he goes down to the Calliope. That's no good. There's the AT-15A. He's coming our way. He does spot us there. Heat shell should go straight through, and it does. We put it in. He's now a 2-shot for us, so long as we roll average. Straight through again, not too shabby. It's a bit of a low roll, making this more of a sketchy situation, and boom. No, we bounce off. He's going to be able to put another shell into us. Just don't set us on fire. He hits us there, but it's no problem. The heat goes straight through. But now we're in a bit of a pickle because that Calliope has a 2 seconds reload, meaning if we do not hit him and we spot each other, we lose. And I have heat, and I'm in the town. And that worries me because there's so many picket fences. There's so much rubble, so many walls. Look at that. There's just a shed there that my heat can intercept. And that will not be good. Or should I say, we will intercept my heat shell, as my heat shell does not pass through objects like, let's say... Oh, look, there's a car there. Like, see, I can't shoot through all that. If I had AP, he'd be dead. And nothing. Oh, well. We're going to try to find another angle. Like, this is actually nerve-wracking. Like, I know he just takes one shot, but I need a clean shot. As soon as I fire, I'm dead. And here's the opening right here. Picket fence. Avoid the picket fence. And we do. We fire through the picket fence into the side of the Calliope, picking up our 7th kill and netting ourselves the victory. The victory royale. 5,000 damage, 2,000 assists, 7 kills, and guess what? In the Panzerjäger, because this tank is so broken OP, it is only a first class. Zounds. That is crazy. Fisherman's Bay. No artillery to worry about. 2 light tanks. Let's see what kind. M42 and SP1C. SP1C's got some pretty good view range, doesn't it? Isn't it 400 base or 410 base? Crazy. I think it's 400 base. The Hawk 12, HWK 12 has 410. Which is insane for a tier 8. Unless they've nerfed it. But a fantastic, fantastic map. For a sneaky tank destroyer. This gun is so derpy, though. It's good. It's good that it's derpy. But someone on my team just got set on fire. I think it was the Lycan. Lit on fire by this M42. Who still has me spotted. I think he's got Deadeye. Wow, he came up to shoot me and he got away with it. I was not expecting that, because that is just suicide. But he did it. Like, that is where he is right now. Typically, is a really dumb play. No. There we go. He's playing pretty well, and then he just, like, threw it. He fixes. I can't go through that, I don't think. I can go through that. Hello, Motherland. And now we're seeing the tank do what it's supposed to do. If we can kill this Freedom, I might be able to sneak back behind. The Tiger 1 here as well. It's a stock Tiger 1. That was pretty close for a snap. Aim a rack. Yep, there it is. Now we aim for this side to try to blow his head. Nope. Close. No cigar. That's a free shot right there. He thinks I shot him from the side. I did not. I did not. I was in front of you. Oh! These shots are costing. There we go. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Oh, their team. Yeah, see, their team is getting crushed. Because they pushed up on this side. You gotta commit all the way. But they just ceased. They stopped and now they're dead. Alright, let's go be the scout now. There's a Chi-Ri. Let him have it. There's the E25. Let him have it. Jam me again, huh? Don't like that. E25 stuck around just to put one more shell in. How did he not get punished for that? How does he live? These are the questions that many of us wish we had answers for. Very sad bounce. That's in the back end. So Borsig somewhere. And the Chi reads. Chi read can flip us. Borsig, where to load HE? We don't have much penetration. Borsig fired. On our HE shells, but you don't need much when you're fighting it, Borsig. $376. 321. 301. And he's dead. I'll take it. This tank is nuts. It's nuts, man. I like it. I like it a lot. I think I could play this tank all day. I like this sneaky play style. Insane DPM on this thing. Fantastic penetration value. And you make money, 170 grand. Didn't have to shoot any premium rounds. Every single HE shot we fired penned. I mean, it's no Czechoslovakian tank destroyer. That thing firing HE at the end there would have been nuts. We're talking 420 every 4 seconds. Instead of like the 330 we were doing. But it's still pretty good. Still pretty good. And the 100 millimeters of penetration. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Panzerjäger. I think we'll have to play that TVP next time. Just to kind of, you know, compare. But I've already got 2 videos for you out today. So you're welcome. And I will probably have 2 more tomorrow. So stay tuned, stick around, make sure you subscribe. We are going to be oversaturating the market, setting out all sorts of videos, hopefully high quality content regardless, for you guys to enjoy. I hope you did, and I'll be seeing you guys all later. Take care, everyone, and peace out.